Hello. It's been a while. I don't remember when the last time I did an update, but just wanted to document my health journey again. And I I I've been on the keto diet for a little bit, for maybe like 3 weeks. I did cheat the other day because of a office event, but I don't foresee that happening again anytime soon. Hopefully not ever. But I think after doing some research and speaking to my sister for a bit and understanding that I'm still dealing with the bacterial fungal infection, there's some spots on the corner of my lips that are starting to break out again. That and then also experiencing some bloating and swelling in my arms and legs. There hasn't been a whole lot of weight gain though. Maybe like a little bit, but not a whole lot to be a that's throwing me into a crazy loop. But I do feel my clothes being a little tighter because of the swelling and bloating. But after talking to her for some bit and also doing some more research about the carnivore diet, and really want to to heal my gut, as though if folks have been listening to my previous vlogs probably know that I've suffered severe eczema since I was very young age. I think during junior high school or high school, my doctor prescribed me a topical steroid cream, and that kind of put it into control. But it would always flare up, so I was never off of topical steroid. There were times when the flare up got so bad. I remember there was one time the flare up was, I think it was in reaction to some sort of chemical that was on the bra that I bought from Victoria's Secret, no less. And my bra was washed, by the way, like 2 times at least, to ensure that it wasn't because it was dirty or anything like that. But I would still break out, and I would be on prednisone, which is an oral corticosteroid to suppress your immune system. But there's a lot of bad side effects with these things. Obviously, when they say corticosteroids, it's a steroidal medication that's used to mimic the hormones in your body to help quell and suppress the inflammation. But then if you do that, you really not allowing this inflammation to go anywhere, because the fact that it can't come out like certain folks where they don't have that issue, where it comes out either in sweat or a certain types of secretions, it would come out on the skin and rashes. I still have some rosacea, as you can see, which is really hard to get rid of. And then so I was like, fuck this. Pardon my language, but I am gonna go into it and do whatever I can. I mean, the swelling part did kind of alarm me, because I was wondering, was I ingesting too much sodium? Was I not eating the correct things? Was I doing something wrong? Was I not getting enough quality sleep? Was I not drinking enough water? There was all of these concerns, and I know like the people around me, they also asked the same questions, given though they remain very supportive about it. But I was just freaking out internally. And I ended up doing a whole bunch of research. I came across the community, and then my sister actually did mention it before, the steak and butter gal community. And then there are actually quite a few other folks online, and experts online, that talk about the carnivore diet. Though the way to do the carnivore diet is different from person to person, because everybody is a little different. But ultimately, it has helped a lot of people, overcome like adrenal fatigue, chronic IBS or IBM problems, or even autoimmune diseases. I would say, problems with not just like the eczema, maybe partially like psoriasis a little bit. I don't know, because my dermatologist says like the patches or the scars in the back of my elbows look very psoriatic. So I don't really know if I'm part eczema and part psoriasis, and I do also have bad inflammation in my knee. Have injured it before, and also my hip, and it has never really healed fully. And now I have to go to physical therapy for it, but it does still bother me from time to time. Like right now, it does. If I walk too much, or even try to be on a treadmill for too long, and when I say too long, it's like 12, 15, sometimes, if I push it, I could maybe make it to 20 minutes, and I would feel this bad inflammation going on. Like it's not the same as like onset muscle exhaustion. That's a different, like, it feels like there's like this really tight tendon that's pulled so taut that at any moment it can snap, and it would tear up. That's the feeling I get. And when people ask me if I've been moving enough, I'm like, I do try to move as much as I can within within my comfort zone, because if for a person who does not have those issues, cannot quite understand how restrictive it is, and it becomes like a vicious cycle where you feel like, oh, you should be doing these things, but you can't because of the pain that you're experiencing or the discomfort you're experiencing. It becomes like, oh, am I the one to blame for all these issues? Granted, my diet is my issue, right? My health is my issue, but I just feel like there's a certain sense of judgment there. Granted, not a whole lot of people do that. Those that are close around me are very supportive. I guess mainly like they don't quite understand what I'm trying to achieve here. So it's really good to be able to fall back on my older sister for this, and even some of my coworkers who have done keto, who have never gone straight into carnivore diet. They totally understand, because they themselves have experienced like health issues. So given that, that's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully I'll continue to have updates in the future, but I do want to use this moment to kind of do a snapshot of how my body looks like, so I can kind of track my progress. And this is basically what I'm going to try to use this vlog as. So this is how I'm looking like now. A bit of a tum-tum, thick arms. Boop boop. So, but the ultimate goal is, if weight loss does happen, if any type of reconstruction of the body, obviously there is going to be a lot of recomposition of the body, but everything else is secondary. I just really want to root out the cause of my autoimmune problems, because if I don't get rid of this problem, there's definitely going to be a chance of reinfection of the face with bacterial infection. My eczema and all the breakouts is going to come back every few days, and I am trying so hard not to put on medication cream every single day. In the summertime, it's going to be insufferable. So anyways, I'll keep y'all posted. Whoever is watching, I don't know who. Anyways, talk to y'all soon.